Yeah, good boy. Hello, everyone. I know you're here to see Beanie, but I am also here. And, I did forget to test the chat widget. Let's do that. Alright, there's the test. And I see like a Twitch Prime subscription that apparently just happened like just before I went live. So thank you very much. I was kind of assuming people that do that when I'm offline do not necessarily wish to be identified. So let's do a tweet. Let's do a Discord. Then we will get to, unfortunately, taking off the adorable Christmas trees. They're so dang cute. I'm gonna miss them. I liked them a lot. But I am looking forward to this water marble. I think this is gonna be pretty freaking sweet. Alrighty. Hey, Sunburnt. Hey, Dino. I am just tweeting. There's the tweet, and then Discording. I'm a little bit later than I wanted to be, but I mean, like I did want to eat dinner. I don't want to start just like skipping meals to stream. I feel like that would be a bad precedent to set. Okay, yes. Everyone. Okay, I'm not muted. Everything is good. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Amethyst. Gonna be Christmas card lurk. Enjoy your lurk. I hope we get to see your cards when you're done. Let me open this. Thing is so freaking tight. And see how hot this is. I tried to wait like immediately after boiling the water before putting the top on, so hopefully it's cool enough to drink. Can I like trickle just a little bit? I'm gonna end up pouring this on myself, and that's not gonna be cool. Hey, Music Gal. Very hot. Not burning, provided I don't get a whole mouthful of it. It is the vanilla caramel macaroon. I feel like that's not the complete name. The tea bag is in there because I didn't have time to steep it and then take it out, so I forget. Hey, Just a Moon Baby. you worked so hard. I think handcrafting your own Christmas cards is really cool. These are, of course, the colors that we're going to be marbling with. These are, of course, these same colors. Let's zoom in a little bit to the adorable Christmas trees. Oh, they're so adorable. I just can't get over it. They're not something that I expected. Like the journey to these was such a journey. And now we're at the end of the journey already, which is time to take it off. Oofda. So, let's get the camera going. It is, Dino. It's one of their dessert teas, and all the ones that I've tried have been delicious. They have a butterscotch blondie. They have a glazed lemon loaf. And the vanilla bean caramel. Or is it just vanilla bean macaroon? Maybe there's no caramel in it. Hello, there we go. Alrighty. Get a napkin. It's Tazo. Hot water with a little lemon. Oh, since you're sick, I hope you feel better. Sooner rather than later. Okay, where's the safest place for this water? Maybe right up there. Right now, we've got some edges to find. And we'll see if my earlier prediction was accurate as to whether we'll be able to find our edges easily. White hot chocolate, yum. Tazo also does mint something chocolate. It's so delicious. Hey Luke, welcome to the stream. You are in time for the peel porn, if you're into that, you know. As soon as we find these edges, let me get a little closer here. There we go. I really would like to get good peels here. I hope it cooperates. I really, really hope it cooperates. Oh yeah, that one will be a good one. This feels so weird, like being so excited to have good peelies. I mean, I know that's weird. But having to take off manicures that I love this much, like some of them I've obviously minded more than others to take off, but having to take off manicures I love this much after just a day of wear is why I wanted to get an earlier start. Come on here. Next year, 1 year from now, on December, what is it, the 13th? December 13th, 2019, goals to already have the 12 Days of Christmas done. Shot, edited, all that, uploaded, ready to go. Maybe even done. Maybe we'll start 12 Days of Christmas on December 1st. Imagine that. Imagine that, you guys. I feel like I would have done it this year if it hadn't been for the camera problems, because I was on top of it. I was thinking about it. Let's see here. I actually want to look at something. Did I date it? Did I date my first page of notes? No! God, I'm an idiot. That's so minor, but that irritates me. And it goes to show me that streaming keeps me accountable, because I always remember to put the date in the polished sketchbook when I'm streaming. Oh. Yes, I love Tazo. Tazo is also my preferred chai. Just their regular chai, not the organic chai, not the decaf chai, not the chocolate chai. Like, there's 80 million kinds of chai. Regular, original, classic chai. That's my morning tea. Yeah, this latest batch, I'm gonna confess, I had a really good Target coupon. It was like 20% off your entire order. And, I mean, I've been busy. We've been doing nails. It was about to expire. So I just went and bought a whole bunch of crap on the website, including like 8 boxes of tea. So, you know, you can't waste a really good coupon. Would be a shame. Oh yeah, you guys, this peel. I really should find some music to put on in this sort of a situation. Other than bow chicka bow bow. Need like a, oh yeah. Like a chef from South Park. Who was that really? The name has escaped me. Actual R&B person. Like not overlay. What do you call it when you talk a voiceover to my peel porn? Or the Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah. No, not oh yeah. We want, oh yeah. You see the difference? Yes, the pumpkin spice chai is good. Yeah, the green. This was such an unexpected manicure, but it really turned out great. And just looking, like, once again, I'm very pleased so far with how my new camera is showing things. And you guys who have seen the edited tutorial, you can see the difference between. I mean, like, my webcam is trying real hard. I mean, it's doing a decent job, but the G7 is really, it shows depth and it's really color accurate and it shows the texture of polishes surprisingly well. Yes, the Ferris yes, Isaac Hayes, yes. The Ferris Bueller voice. And Twix commercials, yes. Yes, you guys. Yes, so much yes. Yes, the Dove Man from The Simpsons. Hi, Dr. Crotron. Look at my nails, Dr. Crotron. I'm so sad to take them off. These really are so far, I think, hands down. Like, even the icicle, even though I was mostly pleased with that, it was hell to photograph. Oh my god, you guys, I hate the photographs so much. It was so hard to show. This is just like all positive things, and I feel like it's really, really different. Like, it's hard to be unique in nail art. Like, truly, truly unique. You could put your spin on something, or you can have your personal touch to it, but as far as like a unique thing, and it's not like it's a single unique idea. It's like a couple ideas that are not unique put together in a way that at least I don't think I've ever seen. Like, I've done barbecures, and I'm sure people have cut out pieces of dried polish, but I haven't seen a cut out barbecue before. I'm so sad to take this off. I'm delaying. Do these again with different rhinestones. Yeah. I think there's so many rhinestones would work. I would love to do just like this in another color scheme, and it wouldn't even necessarily look like trees. I mean, picture like, I don't know, like a neon barbecue with the black background. That wouldn't even need any rhinestones, but you just cut out like a geometric shape like this, or like a square, but I would want it to be like a diamond that like touched all the corners of the nail, but then you had like negative space on the corners. We're not doing any of that. We're taking this off, and then we're doing a water marble. Mini lurk of being in Petco. It's a good place to be lurking. Okay, don't burn your tongue. Small, tiny sips only. Yes, must sacrifice them to the nail art gods. All right, I think get going here. Did I? Yes, I did. I'm pretty sure that I remembered to delete things on camera today. Oh, it's just a little fidgety getting set up for the first shot. Sorry, guys. Let's get in about there. And then you guys need to get moved about. Yeah. Alright. Come on here. It's the silver that I'm more worried about. I mean, the tree is already at a cal. It should kind of stay at a cal. Oh, there we go. But the silver may or may not cooperate. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, did I speak too soon? I was going to say, yesterday we kind of had issues because this is a patched nail. And sometimes, just sometimes, Ready for Takeoff does not play nicely with patches. So that is something to keep in mind. Not always, just sometimes. I don't know what determines it. They're all perfect. The feeling of a perfect peel. I mean, not 100% perfect. Like 99% perfect, and maybe that's an oxymoron, but I don't think so. All the important bits are preserved. Enough silver background to know what the manicure was, and the whole tree and the rhinestone. And I felt like, I mean, obviously, with just a day of wear, I damn well better not be losing any rhinestones. But I did feel like this placement, like more toward the cuticle, and I've probably said this before, is a lot more secure than like something that would place them toward the tip. And that nail that I just did was one of the patched ones, and it kind of reminded me I was going to go to Sally's today. I didn't. I was going to get new patching gel. I didn't. So we'll look at that in just a minute here when we're done peeling and see what the patch looks like today. That needs game show music to go with it. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Those are great peelies. Ooh, that was a great back crack. Yeah, don't burn your fingers either, Amethyst. Hey, Anne. Anne, your water marble in Discord was so pretty. You need songs for Rocksmith? What skill level songs do you want, Doc? What in any particular genre? I mean, does it have a limit, or can you just stick whatever song you want in there and it makes it playable? Hey, Karen. I was trying very hard to be conscious to not do a thick layer of unt. That's why I call it ready for takeoff, because I know how to say all those words. And I did try very hard to let it dry fully. I mean, honestly, it looks like crap. This patch. I mean, you can see it there. That's where the break is, and the patch is just, it's loose is the best way I can describe it. It's not failed. It's failing. The question is basically, I mean, compared to this patch, this, actually, did I just knock one of these on the floor? No, let's move these over here. Let's dump these with the rest. Oh, beautiful, perfect patches. Peelies. This middle fingernail, you barely can see the break in there. It's, right there, that little white. That's the break. See how nicely it's growing out? It's fine. Patches, a little bit worn, but it's been on there for a while. Opposed to that, it's just such an irritation. If therefore, so you can put in like a song that might be like seemingly more complicated, and it will kind of like tone it down a little bit. User created tabs. I'm sure those are the ones you're gonna go for, because I'm sure those you'll get into it and you'll be like on easy, and then before you know it, you'll be doing whatever is the hardest equivalent, because you like to challenge yourself. Wait, no, stop, don't what, Dino? All I'm doing is peeling off residue. Or was it when I was messing with the brake? I was just trying to see how failed it was. I know it's cringy. It's a horrible break in a cringy spot, but this is better than anything, showing you guys like how different patches can behave so differently. And even this one that's good has failed a couple times because it's still lower than I would prefer, and we're still just dealing with a lot more polish remover than normal. Even with peel off base coat, some of the techniques I've been doing, especially all the water marbles, require more cleanup, which is more acetone, which is more stress on the patch. You can leave your hat on for the peel porn. Oh, don't hurt my nail. Yeah. I'm sorry. The Jackson 5. I was thinking like some Wolf Mother or something. I don't know. They have some good guitar sound and stuff. I mean, I'm not a guitarist, so I don't really know how it would be for playing, but the like... I mean, that's not the real... In case you haven't noticed, I'm not real great at mimicking music. I'll have it in my head, and then it'll come out my mouth, and it'll just be like, la la la. And it doesn't sound like anything. Have a safe trip, Musical. I feel like I may... Okay, we're gonna do another quick and dirty one. That's what we're gonna do. Because what the words that almost just came out of my mouth was, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna regret this, but I'm not gonna patch it. And then I was like, well, if you're that sure, you dummy, take 2 minutes and just fix it. I mean, I'm not soaking it off, like I said. Just another quickie repair. Just a little bit more to try and keep it. I don't think it's going to make it the whole series. I really, really would like... Of course, tomorrow's Grandma's house. I'm not going to have time to go to Sally's tomorrow. I really would like to get new gel. Actually, let me finish taking off this general residue of polish before we go any further. I would really like to get fresh gel before I soak it off and do a whole new patch. I don't know when I'm gonna go to Sally's to get fresh gel. Hey Stephanie. Yeah. Just take Grandma to Sally's. She might be down to go to Ulta. Probably not though. She'd be like, you just go ahead. I'll be waiting right here. Have better luck getting her to go to Goodwill. Pick her up a hollow. She used to do her nails quite a bit. She doesn't really anymore. Maybe a pedicure in summertime. She loves mine though. Well, usually. Yeah, they definitely are. I'm not a super great thrifter myself, but I reap the benefits of having a family of thrifters. You know. Look what we found you. That's an excellent thing to hear. I think so too. Like a lot of the time, every now and then we disagree. Every now and then, but usually the ones that she's not too happy with, I'm often not happy with myself either. Could be a combined trip. That's a good... I always like it, like, when stores are conveniently located for me. Like, I hate having to drive all over Creation. Just because I'm, like, picky, or just because I want to go to a certain place, and it's like, oh, there's only a couple locations of that. No, none of these locations are by a location of the other store that you need to go to. I might have time on the way out or the way back. We'll see. But it also depends on... I mean, I don't want to stay too late or make a stop on the way home, which I sometimes do because... I'm gonna try and stream tomorrow night. Like, sometimes I get home on the later side from Grandma's house. And you guys know Friday is not a usual streaming night for me unless I happen to be home for some reason, like skipping a week. I feel like this is not very saturated. But I think tomorrow will be the final testing. Well, the continued testing for the stained glass. I was disappointed with this afternoon's testing for the stained glass. I was thrilled with the gift wrap testing. Thinking about my boyfriend scales walls and having it actually work. Which, anybody that missed our afternoon stream, this is what I'm calling the ghost marble. Dang it. White and off-white, and we're gonna be tracing the off-white with gel polish to do chrome pigment. It's gonna be tricky, and it's gonna be the bomb, hopefully. Yeah, even with white, white is basically like the ones that are over the paper. They're just not quite what I want. And I didn't get a chance. I was going to try and pull polishes in between stream. Maybe if I think of it and if we have time at the end of this stream, maybe that's what we'll do. We'll pull some polishes for tomorrow's testing. What I was thinking of was going in my Colors by Leroy drawer and looking for hollows. Because they have some of the most, like, colorful, saturated hollows rather than, like, I feel like the Color Club hollows would not give, like, a stained glassy look because they're so rainbow. Hollow's about rainbow, but sometimes it's like, okay, I'm gonna say it, too much rainbow. It's possible. Dino, I know, when I was talking about it this afternoon, I was like, where's Dino? Dino always wants me to pull out the hollow. And Dino, I'm sure, would disagree that there is ever in the world such a thing as too much rainbow. But too much rainbow is what happened when trying to take pictures of that icicle reciprocal gradient. The flash just made everything shiny and holographic. There was no design there. So I included some of the outdoor overcast shots to hopefully get across. Some of the tutorial came out like passable, but it was just tricky all around. Yeah. No, Dino, the thing is, it's with the glitter. Now you want the glitter. Is this shiny enough for you, Dino? We're going to be doing this chrome and this gold. The nail art is going to be a striped wrapping paper, and then the water marble will have the same chromes. You need rainbow. Hey, yo. Welcome to the stream. We just did the peel and we're just cleaning up our nails a little bit more. And then, unfucking fortunately, we're going to have to deal with this break on this ring finger again, because this is apparently a thing that has to be dealt with every goddamn day. It's just a little irritating. Blood. Oh, I'm assuming that's a song Dr. Crotron is talking about. A ridiculous amount of hollow stuff that isn't nail polish. Yeah. I have some, not very much. Probably because I'm kind of picky. Okay, this is clean. Clean it, yeah. I don't want to squick anybody out. That's why I'm not doing this on camera. But prognosis. We were talking about the prognosis earlier, Dr. Crotron. We were doing polish surgery. This is the one we got to worry about the prognosis on. Prognosis of not busting off the whole entire damn nail is a critical condition. That's not how that works, is it? A prognosis isn't critical condition. That's like a status. Don't expect any logical words out of me. If you guys recall, last night I could not remember the word customer. Because words are hard. Alright. gel. Get it under and in there. Flex the brake just a little bit. Let it seep in there as much as possible. Reinforce it a little bit on the top. And then just a little, a little bit more to seal the side. Right. Can I like just smoothly, yeah. Alright. Gonna get some of this that's on my skin off with the orange stick. And then cure it. Is my cure... Oh, for a minute I thought my cure was empty. It's just getting low though. Gotta make sure I'm pointing it in the right direction. Alrighty. Make sure that's kind of pressed down while it's curing. And then we'll be ready to go in just a minute. Hollow shoes, hell yeah. You know, I have some hollow shoes and I have some iridescent shoes. I should dig those out. Hollow platform sandals, hell yeah. Wait, this time of year they're out, but they're sandals. Unless it's not cold where you are, which I suppose maybe it's not. Because I can't remember where anybody is, except for Dr. Crotron. Because every week he goes to LA, and I know he drives there, so I remember that he lives in California. Okay. So... I mean, at least it's not looking too bad under the polish. Where's my buffer? So this is not... That's not the good one. Where's the good one? Oh, there. Oh no! Cat attacking shoe. Oop, entertaining again. Alright, Dino. Have a good night. Have fun. Let's just buff this very lightly. I mean, I don't want the buffing to like contribute to how fast it's falling apart, but I also don't want it sitting there lumpy, slightly... I mean, it's not horribly lumpy, but slightly lumpy and obvious. So, that should be enough to blend it in a little bit. Alright, can you hold on a few more days there, Mr. Nail? Close up our gel and everything. Then we're going to have to take a brief check to see what order these colors need to get dripped in. Because I think I remember the order, but I remember that there were a couple that had double drops. And I want to check that like before it's the last minute. Let's get the tape out. Let's get the Simply Peel out. And I think we're ready. Okay. Bene. You so long tonight, boy. You barely fit on the camera. It's like stretched out. You got a very tubular body, man. Yeah, hi there. I couldn't resist. Sorry. Had to pet you. Please don't leave. Please just continue napping. Yeah? Yawn. Okay. Okay. Und. How do you say it? Where is my top coat? I mean, top coat should be impossible to go that far. Did I put it in here accidentally? Top coat basically for me should never leave the desktop. It's always needed. It should always be to hand. No, Dr. Crotron, quit trying to encourage Beanie through the internet. Dr. Crotron didn't mean it, Bean. Dr. Crotron meant it's nap time. Nap time for good gray boys. Okay. All these. Let's pull up the video. Where's this folder? Is this last night? No, that's this afternoon. This is last night. Okay. Oh, mute. I don't want to hear myself. This was toward the end. This was... Wait a minute. That's not what I want. No. This one? This one. Okay. Okay. I have found the correct video. Now I just need to... Wait, this was at the very end. I think this was after the decals. Yes? No, the decals were last. Just before the decals? What? Okay. Okay. There. Okay. 231.18. So okay. Okay. I have found exactly where I need to be. So, do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, this isn't the correct one. Or maybe it is. Yeah, it is. And I said I should add 2 drops to this one, didn't I? And I didn't on here, so that's the difference. Wait, no, that's not the one. That's not the one, because this doesn't have silver in the center. So it must be after this. Yeah. Okay, this one? It's like a when they challenge it in football. I think that's the right order though. Okay, hold on you guys. We're about to see. I think this is the right one. Do it already past self. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think that's pretty good because we get a good amount of silver. We get some of the other ones in there. I almost feel like I could add 3 of Merida, which despite my assumptions, I have in fact managed to remember the name. Okay. That is, I'm glad I checked that. Beanie is in loaf form. Time to move to the kitchen. Ooh, the white hot chocolate. I can't help you with that right now, son. Dr. Crowtron maybe could. I don't know. We're gonna have any late night crow streams tonight? Oh. Did we pick a base color? Do we have base color testing? Silver. It's got to be silver. Yeah, okay, base color is silver. Feeling randoy. I would like... Last night, I was almost going to finish the rando that I had started. But, I've been so tired. Like, this whole thing, I feel like it's going really well. I am usually more stressed than this with the 12 Days of Christmas. But it is still, even going smoothly, it's like a huge thing. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to lay down for a minute. And I woke up... And the only reason I didn't nap a little bit longer, Dr. Crotron, is because I saw you were on. And I'm so glad that my internet at least lasted to the end of your run before it kicked out. It turned out it was scheduled maintenance in my area that may lead to service outages. Which I had been waiting on for like the past week. And I'm really glad that it didn't happen while I was streaming or something. I mean, that would have been... That would have been much more of a pain in the ass. So, let me... Okay, that's not really that dirty. It just looked like that. Let's... Half the freeway is closed. You're stopped enough to watch Twitch sitting in traffic? What the hell? I mean, first instinct, of course, is always... I like to be irritated, but I hope it's not like a horrible accident or anything that has it like shut down. I've actually been that person. Hey, who was that was asking if the bullseyes were fully grown out? Can you guys see? Right, let me zoom in. It's at the very, very, very tip of my nail. It's so... It looks like the spots you see in your eyes when you look at a bright light and then you look away and you have that fake spot in your eye. Like 1 minute you see it and you're not sure it's there. That's the bullseye. So from when was that? State Fair? When it was in the center of my nail, it's grown out all the way to basically the very, very tip of my nail. And I don't... See, that must be a slow growing nail somehow. I don't see any remnant of it on any other nail. That was a little bit of a sidetrack, but we were talking about that I think just last night. Yeah, no, and like I said, I had been expecting it because like Comcast does actually limit your data. If you have Comcast, you might not even realize this. I didn't realize it for a while because most people come nowhere close to the cap. The cap is like 1 terabyte a month. Well, last month I went over the cap. Uh-oh. What a flattering picture for my webcam to freeze on, you guys. Can you still hear me okay? Is Beanie Cam on? Beanie Cam's on. God, what a... Okay, let's... We just do like this and like this. All right. Yay. 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 Actual quick fixes. Comcast. Yeah. So you get like 2 complimentary months or whatever without any additional charges. So it wasn't like that was a problem, but I was just like, oh, apparently I've really been using a shitload of internet. So this month, I've been using the mobile app to really keep track of how much data I'm using, especially because I've been streaming so much and being mindful of stuff. And it sounds kind of silly and, you know, almost like, oh, turn out the light when you leave a room, but pause the stream when you go to the bathroom type of a mindset right now. Or stuff if I'm watching something, but I'm not really watching to it, I'm more listening to it. Turn down the quality. Stuff like that, just because I don't want to have a month where I actually go over the limit, because they do charge you like 10 I think it's $10 for every 50 gigs over. And so it really has been helping. My consumption is down this month. It doesn't look like I'm going to have an overage, even though I'm doing a shit ton of streaming and a shit ton of uploading to YouTube, and as usual, a shit ton of Twitch watching, and still at a reasonable amount, almost halfway through the month. Hundreds and hundreds of gigs still, but we're almost halfway through the month, and I am not halfway through the terabyte of data. So, that's why I noticed going in there. It kept saying, we have scheduled maintenance in your area. You may experience an outage. And I pretty much expected for it to be in the middle of the night. To be honest, it was only about midnight here. I expected it to be about like 2 o'clock in the morning, because that seems to be when they really think nobody's up and doing anything. And being cut off at midnight, I could have been streaming at that time. That would have been awkward. 10 per gig? Oh. That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm like flabbergasted and baffled. That's a lot, Musical. Man, and that was the other weird thing too. The alert, because it pops up an alert like on your browser. The alert didn't pop until December 1st, so I was skeptical of it, and I was like, shouldn't this have popped up yesterday if I supposedly went over my monthly limit? Like, how exactly are you calculating this, Comcast? So, we'll see. Like I said, I'm keeping a real close eye on it this month. And I guess I really need to continue to do that just to keep myself aware of it. You know, unless I get, like, I suppose business connections are exempt from that, but I don't quite think I need a business level internet connection quite yet. Unless I don't know, unless I really do start meeting it. Only $10 each time. Yeah, man, still though. That would make me so mad. Why am I opening all these? I don't need all these yet. And I'm going to be... Okay, I need to concentrate a little bit. Because I started to go into autopilot, and then I'm like, wait a minute, you're not to that step yet. The step that we are currently at, boys and girls, men and women, is Basecoat. So, let's do Basecoat. Actually, we'll be able to zoom in a little bit more, I think. Like this. Yeah. And move you guys like that. Alright. Starting off with clean, dry nails, we're going to begin with a base coat. I'm using Ready for Takeoff, which is a peel-off base, and you can use whichever is your personal favorite. Try not to get too much on that pinky. It's so easy because it's so small. Snoopy, hello. Yes, just in time for the base coat. We just had a little peel porn. And unfortunately, a little bit more patch maintenance. So irritating that it won't hold. I feel like it's growing slow too, and maybe it's just my imagination, or maybe it's because a lot of it has been on stream, and I feel like it's been so long, but I feel like it should be grown out past this really fragile and vulnerable stage that it's at right now, by now. Yeah, oh, she's in Lurk again. I'll have to remember to tell her, or if you're still here, Musical, Comcast, you can go in your account and set up reminders. The one thing was, I swear I did not remember getting a 75% or a 90% reminder. I pretty much always get the 50% reminder, so that's almost kind of like, it's so easy to, 50%, whatever. But it will let you set up frequency of reminders of when you're reaching your data cap. And once again, Dr. Crotron's a computer guy. Why are my external drives, is it like a maintenance thing or something? Why are my external drives spinning up all the time? Is it just like checking the drive to make sure shit's working? It's always when I buy new equipment, I always like spend a while researching, and external hard drives always just like start making me paranoid because I have so much stuff backed up at this point. You know, so many years of videos and pictures and stuff. And you know, there's always this debate over, you know, leave your external hard drive on or turn it off. Well, in my case, it's not really even a question of that because I do a backup every day. So I can't just be like, I don't feel like it would be productive to be turning it off all the time. Plus, the backup's scheduled to go when I'm sleeping. I can't get up and turn it on just so that it can do the backup. But I'm taking pictures. Even when I'm not doing tutorials every day, a lot of the times I'm taking pictures every day. And I try to be mindful to pretty quickly get stuff off my camera. It's like, as far as digital stuff, I really get paranoid about having stuff in multiple locations. It's like, don't ever only have one digital copy of something. But since I've been streaming, I've been noticing it more and more. It's like, you are so loud and what are you doing? And I look at the task manager and it's, you know, their usage is up and it shows that it's reading it. I think it's like some kind of drive check, but it doesn't like pop up a window telling me it's checking the drive. I think it's just a maintenance thing. And I don't know where to go to like change what time it's doing it so it quits doing it while I'm streaming. I did hear it in the back of one of my tutorials the other day. Just like this low-key clickety. I mean, it's not clickety exactly, but I mean, you guys know what a computer sounds like when it's working. The icicle reciprocal Snoopy. I made myself go outside and take pictures because I was like, this is the only way I'm going to get good pictures of this. And I was like, I should have taken more. When I was going through them, I was like, why didn't I take more? Like, I become such a wimp. I used to go out in way, way colder weather. And I mean, technically, the camera's not supposed to be outside under freezing. The operating temperature range is, you know, stops at freezing. But for a couple minutes, I mean, you can't tell me that its components are gonna freeze being outside for 5 minutes. But yes, thank you. For anybody that didn't see them, the first picture is just like hollow, like you don't even barely see the pattern, and then the second picture is the overcast picture where you can see the reciprocal triangle. So, and we're chatting because we want nice dry base coat for nice satisfying peels. Like we had of our wonderful little adorable Drip Drop Blobicure Christmas tree decals, which I like making my titles descriptive and I like stuff having names and I like having stuff having creative names, but at a certain point it's like, oh my god, this name is getting really long. It hasn't been that cold here, but it is below freezing, yes. It's probably around like 20. Let's see. Well, let's actually just ask. Hey Google, what's the temperature?
In Minneapolis right now, it's 31.
Did you guys hear that? It's 31. That's actually warm, but it's still below freezing. So technically, I'm not supposed to have my camera out there. Whoop. My Google, do you mean, Summer? No. My mom insists on calling it Siri. I'm like, Mom, it's not Siri. She's like, I know, but I don't know what its name is. I'm like, it doesn't have a name. She's like, it should have a name. I'm like, no. Let's just clean this off. Always nice to start with a clean surface. And the silver is not that noticeable around the rim of the cup. Which, I mean, is minor, but try not to have the cup be too janky in the YouTube tutorials. Oh, Oh, the actual giving the manicure name. Like the Zoya polishes. Has nothing to do with anything. We just decided to give it this name. I kind of like that idea. But the business side, which I unfortunately have to try to be mindful if I'm going to try and just like keep this trajectory going. YouTube's algorithm is being super nice to me this Christmas. Got a lot of, well, let's see, this way. I'm like looking at my video. Charts are going, well, maybe not quite this, but they're going upward, which is the first time I've seen shit going upward on my YouTube channel, and I could not tell you how long. Would be great if I could keep that up after the holidays, so that means I have to worry about shit like discoverability. It's like I roll my eyes and it's like I understand, but it's like what an irritating thing to have to worry about. On the other hand, how else the hell do I expect new people to find me? I have to imagine that's where some of the views on my Twitch VODs are coming from. It's from people either searching for stuff or from the VODs showing up, you know, as under other searches because of some of the titles or some of the keywords I use. Because I feel like I get a surprising amount of traffic on my VODs, all things considered. Yeah, and a lot of people say they look forward to the 12 Days of Christmas series all year long, and I can't tell you guys, I think you know, like, how touching that is from my heart. Like, to know, and somebody said, what did they say? It was just something along the lines of, you know, they were having a stressful time, and they looked forward to my videos just being, like, a relaxing time to just chill out and decompress, and that is just so... I don't want to be a sap about it. I'm feeling a little sappy. That's what happens when I get tired. Oh, hey, wait a minute. We haven't even talked about the colors yet. We haven't even done the base color. What am I doing with the water out here? I'm a spaz, but I'm more of a spaz right now. I need to recognize that. I really need to recognize that. That's the second time in a row. Maybe I'm just excited, but that's the second time in a row I try to just skip right directly to the water marble. Yeah, but do you watch the VODs on here, or do you watch them on YouTube, Sunburnt? Well, I suppose you might watch them on here. I feel like I've converted you quite successfully into a Twitch user. I've converted a lot of you guys successfully into Twitch users, and I'm quite pleased with that. I might have to get some more of these coffee mugs. I'm so pleased with how hot it is. But like, since I only have one, obviously I gotta wash it out like every time once I'm done using it. It would be really nice to have another one for my ice water, because just like it keeps shit hot forever and ever, it's supposed to keep shit cold forever and ever also. And like, for such an insulated coffee mug, I feel like it was not too expensive. Like, a lot of those are like more around the $20 point, like $17.99. It's like, I don't want to pay that much for a coffee mug. And this one was like closer to $10. I don't remember exactly. I kind of want to say it was $8.99, but that's still kind of expensive. But after like having it for a few days, it is pretty much worth it. I mean, this is superior to my previous coffee cup, even when that one was new. Which, this wasn't just like a frivolous purchase. I mean, I like having coffee cups are kind of one of those things. I could see having a whole collection of cool coffee cups, because there's a lot of cool coffee cups out there. But my other one, it had one of those little, you know, you turn it to open the sippy part or not. Well, it was actually a separate piece, and it freaking broke off, so I couldn't close it at all. And even when it was closed, it wasn't as closed as this one gets closed. The highlight of the month. Aw, Snoopy. I would love to picture you in front of a fireplace with your hot chocolate, Sunburn, but I don't know if you have a fireplace. Like, curled up, except instead of the Yule log, you've got my live stream going. Yeah. Well, and especially, like, I mean, Twitch, it's right away. I mean, it's actually... I'm not allowed to put it on YouTube right away. But Twitch is also not permanent. And I don't know. I feel like it would be a shame for the live streams to just be poof gone. You know, I know a lot of streamers, the live streams are just poof gone. They don't archive them to YouTube or necessarily keep their local copies. Or maybe some will just do like highlights that they put on YouTube. But, you know, that was kind of a decision that I knew from when I started, was that I wanted to archive everything. I don't ever want to go, man, remember that stream where such and such happened? Man, somebody go find that and be like, oh, that doesn't exist anymore. That VOD is, you know, that VOD was 4 months old and it was deleted. Because VODs actually only last like 2 weeks. Unless you're a partner, then I think you do get 2 months. I could be wrong on these times. Quite likely I'm wrong. 31 days of Halloween, Polished Soul. I thought about doing 12 days of Halloween. Kind of like, you know, a little tongue-in-cheek. Like, hey, I know it's not Christmas, but 12 days of Halloween. I thought about making that a thing for like every single holiday. We'd be sitting here having 12 days of 4th of July, you guys. And then I was like, well, particularly this Halloween, I was out of town. And, hey. Okay, you can go in there. There's a box over there he can go in, but it's right next to the closet, which he is not supposed to go in. 31. If I did just designs, maybe. Full manicures, nah. I might cheat. The farthest I would be willing to go would be like one hand a manicure and then the other hand like a next manicure. Honestly, that's almost what happened this year. We almost had, instead of day 1 nail art and day 2 water marble complete manicures, we almost had day 1 and day 2. Like, that was gonna be my my little cheat out before I decided to suck it up. Well, and I figured if I got like a blue one for my water, that would be obvious. It's not like I'm going to confuse them and then accidentally think I'm drinking ice cold water and pour scalding hot tea down my throat. Yeah, this is a really nice, it looks too green there and too green there. Let me close it. I don't remember if you were here when I showed it the other day. I really like this green. It's a little bit more grayed out. It's a little bit less teal than it shows here. And as I said before, listen to this seal. Aside from the fact that, yeah, I just had it sideways. I mean, this is the top. Here we go. It's so tight and closed. It's got a little hinged thingy on the underneath. Gotta make sure to wash it out well. Oh no, where'd that come from? I think it's a fling of tea from the force of which it popped open. Yeah, 12 days of Valentine's, 12 days of President's Day. Those all, okay, no, 12 days of Battery Day. I was going to say President's Day would be pretty hard. Be sitting here trying to draw the little, you know, back of the money portraits. Arbor Day. Arbor Day's like plants and stuff, right? That might actually be a cool series. Only 4 fingers and only on the left, Polished Soul. No. I mean, it's fine, but no. I think I would be frustrated. Sometimes I get frustrated even when I give myself an accent nail. I prefer all my nails to look the same. Or at least similar enough they're the same. Like accent nails, even when they're well done, sometimes they bug me. So I don't think I could ever have, like, for too long of a period, unmatching hands. Even ones that I've loved, like when I did the Goodwill Halloween, that was fun. I actually couldn't stand it very long. I loved the manicure, but I kind of hated wearing it, and that's a confession. That's a true confession. Okay. Yes, there's what's it called? Check-a-Day. There's a website. It will tell you what day it is. It might be like Eat Chocolate Chip Cookie Dough Day. There's all kinds of little, you know, Talk Like a Pirate Day, National Dog Day, National Puppy Day. National Kitten Day. There's probably a National Nail Polish Day. I'm sure there is. 12 days of Cinco de Mayo. Have some salsa nails. Actual salsa. Meme video. Cut up tomatoes on my nails. No. By the way, no. Alright, let's... For today's water marble, we're going to be using the same colors as yesterday's Drip Drop Blobbycure Christmas tree decals. The darkest green is Wyatt. The hollow green is Merida. The lightest green is Ness. And then the silver is Trixie. I'll be using Trixie as my base color. When I'm done with that, I'm going to protect her on my nails with tape as well as with Simply Peel. Because I like that combination. Gosh, will we need 2 coats of this for a base? Nah, we can get away with 1. Probably. We'll see when we get done how it's looking. It looks more opaque at different angles, I think, a little bit. Kind of like those pigment swatches we were doing. How they all looked very similar at one angle, and then when I caught it at a different angle, you could see how sparse some of them were. June 1st. I mean, I already do my nails all the time. How would I celebrate National Nail Polish Day actually and do something special? Okay, there's our silver. We'll do our other hand also. Try not to knock against anything. Hello, Trixie. Does it weird her out, me saying her name? Trixie! Hey, Trixie! I shouldn't do that. I could be being really evil. And I know that I could be, so there's no excuse. Freaking out Sunburn's cats. And Barney! Where's Barney? I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Really, I am. Because it'll be such easy payback. I'll be sitting here later and Dr. Crotron will be like, hey, Beanie. Hey, you want to go in the closet? And his ass will listen and he'll probably go do it. Because can't nobody tell me Beanie doesn't understand English. He's acting all chill now like he doesn't hear me talking about him. But I have proof in previous VODs that Beanie completely speaks English. All I have to do is offer him a treat. And I could tell him to do a variety of things and he'd do them. Cats are not harder to train than dogs. But cats are more like stubborn. They're like terriers. Like Beanie knows a ton of commands and a ton of words, but whether he actually like obeys you, cats are not stupider than dogs. They're just less obedient. I'd say cats and dogs are about the same intelligence, honestly. I mean, we've always had cats and dogs, and I pretty much have always talked to them like they're people, and it's worked. You know, Frisky had a huge... I mean, Frisky was... How do I always forget this? What, 22? Yes. Frisky was 22. She had a vocabulary better than probably most human children. Are you kidding me? She looked up from sleeping when she heard her name. Aw. Sometimes Bean will watch Hollow Knight with me if it's an interesting fight, like especially if it's something where there's like fireballs being spewed or like really colorful shapes, like, you know, doing that type of stuff on the screen. If he's in my lap, and I'll catch him looking at the screen and like, you know, tracking, actually watching stuff. clear jelly. I don't. I would like to get some because like there's a lot of brands out there that have the clear stampers, but clear jelly seems to be the main one, and maybe there are some others out there that I'm just not aware of, but their plates are actually designed with like layering with the clear stamper in mind. It's not just like, oh, you can if you want to. I guess some of Moyu's plates are like that, designed to be used kind of more interchangeably. Excuse me. Not interchangeably. In conjunction with each other. I don't think that's the quite exact word I was thinking of either, but like the ones I've seen from Clear Jelly, like maybe they'll be like, you could stamp a thing and you can choose the colors of the petals, and then it's a thing and it's like the details of the rose over it and different layered stuff like that. I several times almost placed a very large Clear Jelly order and then decided, you know what? You have dozens of stamping plates that still have the plastic on them. You don't need to be spending $80 on additional stamping plates just because they're adorable and cute. Like, so I was like, well, I'll show you, self. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of stamping and then I'm gonna reward myself with more stamping stuff. But I think I have done more stamping probably in the past year than in the past year or two before that. But I still have dozens of plates that still have the plastic on them, so I still don't think I can quite justify the Clear Jelly haul I'd really like to make. Welcome back, Musical. They don't fall for the bribes. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes Clark doesn't. Clark, he's such a noodle. He's sometimes when he's sleepy, he's not dumb exactly, but he just turns so clumsy. Like he'll try to sit, but then like his legs are just so tired and he just like falls over. I mean, right now it's not a contest because Beanie's a grown up and Clark is a puppy. So of course Beanie is smarter. I hate it when my nails are wet and my shirt starts to like bunch and right up, and it's like I just want to arrange my shirt but don't want to ruin the manicure. Barney is the asshole of your cat group. Smacks him and walks away for no reason. No. Okay, so Beanie will do that to Clark. He doesn't necessarily walk up to him, but he'll get like a higher vantage point, like he'll get on the table or something, and you know, Clark will be like, oh, all right, whatever. And Clark will start walking under the table. And here comes Beanie. Psh, psh. Or going after, if Clark's like standing under the table. Okay, I'm not going to try and like demonstrate where the table is. But his tail's sticking out wagging. That's apparently a cat toy. But they have their bonding moments too. Like we just got some, and if you have a cat, I suggest you getting this because they really get thrilled. Some cat grass. And Beanie loves it when you feed it to him like one individual strand at a time. So I'll sit down while I'm having my orange juice in the morning with Beanie on the table and Clark draped over my lap and the grass on the table and like plucking one blade of grass at a time, and then one for Beanie, one for Clark. Too many stamping polishes. I know stamping polishes are so nice too. Moyu stamping polishes I really like. Other polishes I really like. Testing polishes for stamping was at one point part of my grand swatching plan until I decided that was too much. Just like a little bit too much. It still really appeals to me, but realistically it would be an exponential more amount of work for something that was not be as useful as I probably think it would be. Because the majority of my stamping is black or white, gold or silver. Every now and then I'll get a little bit more creative, but yummy tea. Okay, so I already explained what's going on here. We don't need to narrate this section. We just need to get going here. Oh, and I'm trying to have moderately sized pieces of tape. so that they're like not too much overlap. I should have opened the Simply Peel before I started. Hey, Dream Shield. Yeah, any cat tail is a cat toy for someone else in the house. Alright, I suppose I should show that for all the people in future YouTube land. And the Simply Peel, for anybody that's unfamiliar with it, is like a nail barrier. It's a liquid latex type of a product. And I recently went to using a combination of the tape and the latex because you kind of get the best of both worlds. Too much tape will impede your flexibility, like your joints and your knuckles. Too much Simply Peel, particularly on the sides of your nails, and your fingers will stick to each other, which is no bueno most of the time. Sometimes you can work it to your advantage, but generally speaking, it's better to just keep everything separate. So, by using both, we get fingers that don't stick, and still knuckles that bend. Watching with your niece. Well, hello, young lady. I hope you enjoy also. We're protecting around our nails because we're getting ready to water marble, which is dipping my finger in a little cup full of nail polish. And if you don't do this stuff around your fingers, you end up with a lot of nail polish that is very, very messy to clean up. But you'll see very shortly how easy this makes it. And how cool of an effect we get. Water marbling probably will always be my favorite nail art. I have some others that I really enjoy too. But something about water marbling is just, it's kind of magical. Kind of zen, I guess. Like even the testing. It's a fun process for me. Just playing with the colors and the patterns. I got the, we were talking about all those color games the other day. And I still forgot to go back and look at all of them. But I got the I Love Hue. And it kept recommending me all these other things when I was going to download it. And a couple of them did seem just like random. It's like if I developed an app where you could just draw fake water marbles in your app and just draw on, digital nail polish that never ever dried out. They had like one thing that was, what's it called? Vapor Fume Creator or something? I forget. But they were both just like these colorful things where you could just like drag out shapes. So we're waiting for the Simply Peel to dry. As it dries, the glitter comes out a little bit. And it gets clear. Oh, I'm looking in the other camera. And I've got two cameras here. We've got the webcam, and then we've got the tutorial camera. So the trick is a lot of times making sure that they're looking at the same thing. And of course, we've got our tea. Ooh, delicious and almost too hot tea in my fancy new mug. I don't know what the solution is. I'm absent-minded enough that trying to leave it open too long when I first brew it could very easily lead to, oh my god, now my tea is stone cold because I never put the top on it. But closing it up too quickly and then taking like a big old drink is not pleasant. Oh, you try to translate to her. Too bad, again, this is like the second time in a day we've needed Moon Bandit Spanish skills. So she could help out if you need her. I always feel a little guilty that I don't know any other languages. Because it just seems like, I don't know. Not rude exactly. Because like, what if you know like one other language? It's not a rude thing to all the other languages. But maybe selfish is better. Like, or even just lazy, like, oh, I just never learned another language. But, plus it just, I don't know. But, and it's not like I think I'm too old or anything. It's just like, at this point, I've got way too many other things going on to try and learn another language right about now. All right, we're just about dry here. So let's get these polishes open. So we're going to be doing shades of green. And usually for a bullseye, I really alternate the colors. But since we're doing stripes, we're going to be doing some that are like thicker, slightly thicker bands in the cup. And the design we're going for is going to be like this here. This is the testing that we did the other night. And you guys actually need to be zoomed out a little bit, don't you? Couple notches, adjust about like that. Well, of course, is this... Where are we going to be for the camera? About like that. Scoot these a little farther. Scoot this a little bit more. All right. We are just about good to go here, you guys. Keep this handy as a reference. And where are we here? Okay. Is this... Sorry, still messing a little bit with the camera. In some cases, and I think I complained about this before, it shows you the zoom one way when you're recording and another way when you're not recording. There, that's better. That's pretty well centered. As usual, As usual for a water marble, we're working in a 5-ounce paper cup filled with room temperature filtered water. 3, here we go, thicker. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That last one was little, but it's all right. Once your bullseye is complete, you can go ahead and stretch it up to the top and then down to the bottom. Then I'm just going to start drawing in some very tight chevrons to create stripes. Keeping them close together because we're going to be dipping at least 2 nails at a time. Maybe 3 if we can make it work, but probably at least 2. And the closer you kind of draw them together, the more stripy and less chevron-y they'll look. And by kind of, instead of just drawing completely parallel across, like drawing back toward the last one. I see a big old bubble in there too. Might have to pop that. 2 nails. We'll do 2 nails. I'm just gonna dip this bubble out like that. Once your design is complete, take a look at where you want to dip your nails. Then line them up. Try to keep the stripes on there. Actually, you know what? Instead of going straight, let's put them at a little bit of an angle. What angle do we want to put them at? Maybe like that. And then go ahead and dip in. With your orange stick, you can clean up any of that excess polish. You don't want that to stick to your design when you pull your fingers out. And then once the surface is fully clear, we're going to be pulling out very slowly. That helps prevent bubbles, although it's hard to prevent them completely. Oop, that bubble let out a little bit of polish. And there's our green striped water marble. So, since we've used our protection here, can just grab the edge of this tape and pull it off. Save yourself a lot of cleanup that way. I'm going to repeat that on this finger, and then I'm going to finish water marbling the rest of my nails. Come on here. There we go. I like that, you guys. Very, very peppermint vibes, I think. Candy caney. Or what was that, ribbon candy? A little bit of vibes. Hey, Julia. I'm gonna do another round, so it'll be a minute before I can catch up with chat, but come on here, greens. I'm pretty pleased with how those first ones turned out. Now, once you get to your next nails, too, becomes even more important, not just to keep things skinny, but to try to keep them consistent with what you already did. That was the problem we really had with the poinsettia water marble, was keeping things consistent. Rather, we really weren't able to. So, hopefully, with this, we'll be able to get some consistent stripes up to the top. Oh, there's a beanie here and there. I think I got it off. Down to the bottom. And then very tight chevrons. Like that. And try to keep it, like I said, somewhat consistent. I feel like this one's turning out a little bit greener than the other one. Some of that also can be addressed by where in the design I dip, and can make some of the inconsistencies look kind of almost intentional. You can see we've got more silver in this area here, more green here. We're going to be dipping 2 nails again and add a little bit of an angle. I actually kind of like that thicker area right there. Maybe I can, well, we'll see here in just a second. Again, cleaning off the surface. A little blowing can help. Sometimes it's necessary, sometimes it's not. Oh, those are actually very inconsistent. I can see them already. Shit. A couple bubbles too. Get out of their bubbles. Can we call the middle nail an accent nail? Ish. I like it. I mean, they're not consistent, but I like both of them. I just wish, I don't know. The struggles, y'all. The water marble struggles. So, I think you can see what I mean. The middle nail just has so much more green. I'm going to finish off the thumb before I stop this recording. And I don't really need to clean out the water yet, so I'm just going to keep going. I'll usually just give it one more swipe, even if I don't do a full clean off, just to make sure any of the residue from the previous bullseye is mostly gone. And all 4 of these colors are Zoya. And in the past, I actually had trouble water marbling with Zoya. So I was actually really pleased that these worked so well. And if that came across on the mic, that was a beanie snorer. Yes, it was. Ooh, that wasn't quite on center. You can't really quite tell because we were doing 2 drops at a time. But I know. I knows it. Oh, these necks are getting sticky. One more. Alright, again. Pull up. Pull down. And very narrow chevrons. And sometimes you can kind of like wipe your orange stick off on the edge of the cup, but never be afraid to take a moment and wipe it on your paper towel either. I feel like this is another one that's turning out very green. Can I get some more silver to pull into this? Like, kind of like that. Sometimes, despite your own best efforts, the polish is just like, nah, consistency is not a thing we're super interested in today. Ooh, we're drying a little bit over there too. It's getting very sticky-ish. So let's see, to match with the rest of these, what direction do I want your stripes going, thumb? Like this, I think. Well, let's go right about there. Oops. I think I may have knocked the nail with the orange stick right there. We'll see when we pull it out. If it's noticeable or how noticeable it is. We might have some polish surgery here, you guys. Yeah. It's not too bad. I definitely see it. I don't know if you guys can see it. I definitely can see it. Where's... Overall, really good though. That was just a mistake on my part. Magic Fluids. That is one of the ones I saw sunburned. Oh. It wasn't completely last minute. As I was going to go dip them like horizontal, like across the nails, I kind of remembered thinking, wait a minute, you were thinking about maybe doing them at an angle. And guess what? I'm happy that I did, because you know why? If I tried to dip them so they were straight across and they were crooked, you absolutely would notice. If these are slightly not as angled as the one next to them, like look at the pinky. The pinky isn't the same angle as the ring finger. You don't notice. It doesn't bug your eye as much. And I think I said hi, Julia, but if I didn't, hello. Oh, time to sleep. Good night, Dream Shield. If you're still here. It was a couple minutes ago. Yeah. The silver is not hollow, but the green actually is a little hollow. This is Merida. I'm being very mindful saying it because I just learned I've been saying it wrong ever since I got it and calling it Merida. It's Merida. Color me. Thank you. No, it is good. I'm very much a perfectionist. So on the thumb here, let's zoom in a little bit, and you guys can help me decide if I should leave well enough alone or if I should attempt to. You see what I'm talking about there? Just that little ding. I wonder if I can... There. Aww. That looks better. Just a little bit. It's like when I was cleaning up the surface, I across the nail. So I think that little small correction there, I think That actually made quite a bit. You guys are probably like, what is she even talking about? I think further messing with it would be ill-advised. This is a no one to stop moment. Thanks, you guys. Sometimes when it's like it's a blessing and a curse that this new camera records like longer segments. Although I never did remember to go look and see why I only was able to record to 16 minutes instead of 30. But having the luxury to record a whole hand of water marble in one take is kind of really nice. So hollow is like a rainbow sparkle. Companies have a tendency to call stuff holographic when it's really iridescent. But how else to describe hollow? Like, do I have a really good example of something that's very, very hollow? I mean, I have the blues and the silver, but they're hard to see on camera. Oh, here we go. This is hollow. See that there. That rainbow. Now, it can come in other different forms. It could be smoother, it could be chunkier, but that the rainbow is what makes it hollow. So they'll be like, this is silver with hollow. This is also hollow. This one is harder to see on camera, but this is purple with rainbows in it. Actually, is this a different kind of container? I feel like it's coated in plastic or something, but that rainbow, that shifting rainbow shimmery goodness, I would say that hollow is iridescent, but iridescent is not necessarily hollow. If that makes sense. Like, iridescent is more something like, well, actually, yeah. This is actually a great, more something like this, where it's kind of pearly, pretty, shimmery. You can maybe catch one or two other colors in there, but it's not hollow and it's not rainbow. This is actually not coming across as iridescent on camera as it actually is. It's not quite as good an example as I hoped. Do I have anything else iridescent hanging around? Oh, here's another good example. Can I catch this? Hollow. Hollow. Yeah. Hold on. Iridescent. Iridescent. Oops, to-do list. Hollow. I mean, hollow is more. Iridescent is pretty. Hollow is... Ching! my descriptive sound effects. Yeah. Yeah, color me. Very much so. And it's not always, bam, hollow. And companies will call it hollow when it's actually really not hollow at all. Yeah, hollow is life. This could also be true. I love hollow. I'm perhaps not as addicted to hollow as some people. Don't tell Dino I said that, you guys. Dino was here earlier and she is always telling me, just add hollow. Add more hollow. It should be hollow. Hollow has its time and place. Should we get a little closer? Yeah. There, like that. And you guys, like that. And then we'll start doing a little bit of extra cleanup here. Then we'll move on to our other hand. Now, this is how it's supposed to go, by the way, you guys, when you do testing and you know what you're doing and you get to doing the actual manicure. Not like what happened with the blue one, where I did testing and then I got to the actual manicure and everything was a freaking disaster. The testing is supposed to properly pay off. And this definitely did. Ooh, this green. I can see that it wants... I'm going to have to be just a little bit more mindful. At first, sometimes I get very lackadaisical with cleaning. But you got to be aware some colors are stainier than others. Like some you really want to be sure not to just leave set. Like not just flood with acetone and then leave set. And it'll leave little stains around. But really be a little bit more mindful with the cleaning. And I think this green is one of those. And the cleanup brush, man, where is Moon Bandit? Moon Bandit did a wonderful rendition of the gold dry brush Christmas trees. But she was not happy with them. But really, the only thing wrong with it is she needs a cleanup brush. Had a little bit of messy edges. The Christmas trees were fine. The red lights or berries or garlands or ornaments or whatever you want them to be were done with toothpicks. Because if you don't have a dotting tool, that is the easiest nail art tool to like replicate around your house. Anything with a round end, you can turn into a dotting tool. You can create your very own, 10 size set of dotting tools around your house. You can use the end of your orange stick. You can use the end of your pen. You can use the end of a pin. You can use the end of a paintbrush or a pen with no ink. I mean, I would not want to, waste a pen with ink on turning it into a dotting tool. Obviously, whatever you use, you need to be careful, or not careful, but comfortable getting nail polish all over it. Don't turn grandma's china into a dotting tool. I don't know how that would even work, but you know what I mean. Oh, that's good enough. People know how to clean up by now, don't they? Some people really like it, though. Some people, the other day when I said Topcoat is the best part, and who doesn't think Topcoat is the best part? Some people think cleanup is the best part, and they're not wrong either. Because cleanup can be pretty darn satisfying. But I think majority love Topcoat best. Keyword of the day, mindful. I've been trying to be mindful that I'm not mindful. Like, I've been trying to... Oh, you like watching Cleanup, Julia? I've been trying to be really mindful that I, even with that really awesome power nap yesterday, I think I am a little sleep deprived. I'm definitely a little stressed. I've definitely got a lot going on my mind, so I'm trying not to make dumb, preventable mistakes just because I'm a little bit absent-minded. Oh, good, yo. Yeah, I just, like I've said, everybody's going to have different preferences, but there are a few characteristics that make a really good cleanup brush, and I think this one has most of them. It's not too stiff, but stiff enough to really get in there, and sometimes it's just all about creating that optical illusion, that clean edge. And Trixie is a little bit stubborn. I should have been a little bit more careful when I was doing the base color. Of course, it's in the water marble too. It's inevitable. Cause it's such a glittery metallic. I am seeing little glittery bits all over the place. But I'm trying to take my time because, man, you could see every little thing with the new camera. I swear to God. I swear it's supposed to just be more FPS, not more resolution or whatever, but I swear to God you can see every little thing. Every little thing. And then how long have we been going here? Oh, not even 2 hours yet. We're doing good. We're making excellent time, you guys. Cleanup is going pretty well. And then we'll pull some colors for tomorrow's testing. I wrote down a couple things earlier. I think it was just a couple color combinations, maybe even just one color combination. But we'll see what I find when I open the drawer. And then what will probably dictate the colors that actually get used in the stained glass is which of them, of course, will marble together. I think, too, as we're getting to the end, and even though it is kind of like the finale, it's also kind of like, man, I'm getting tired. Let's not make this more complicated. Like I said earlier, am I making this more complicated than I need to? Yes. And since the colors that I really wanted to use were not doing what I want them to do, I feel like that's a good point to be like, you know what? Let's make this less complicated. So I'm not looking for like 8 colors to replace the 8 color paints. I think I'm looking for about 4. 4 like jewel tone colors that would be very rich and holiday and stained glass inspired. Because last I checked, stained glass isn't hollow. But like, I think like emerald green, ruby red, sapphire blue, and like a deep purple. Like deeper than most amethysts purple. I think that might be nice. But not so deep that they're not obviously the color. Deep, but also juicy. 12 times today. I don't even know what it was, but you're probably right. A little stubborn, too. Andy's chocolates. Yeah. Yeah. You know, this is very much those exact colors. I don't know if I have any jelly hollows. I definitely have some that are on the thinner side. You know, well, we'll see if I have time tonight. I'm just remembering I have quite a portion of my Colors by Leroy collection that has not made it into that drawer yet. But, I mean, that's not to say there's not already a lot in the drawer. Still, period. But oh, you missed the end of testing earlier. I basically decided that I didn't want to use the color paints because they weren't giving me the effect like I really wanted to. I was mad at the tone of the green. I'll pop the testing on here. I've got it right here. The sketchbook as soon as I get the Simply Peel on here so it can start drawing. And actual jellies are something that my collection is rather thin on, to be honest. Like, I have some, but I don't have very many. What is... oh, it's my cleanup brush. I'm like, what is cold and damp? Oh, left-handed latex, you guys. Feels like a struggle today. There, that one wasn't too bad. We got a goober here. Can you get off of there? I don't want to put you back in the bottle. Goobers breed goobers in your latex. That is my belief. I don't know why that would even be, but that's sure what it feels like. Like you have a goober, and if you don't take it out, like the next time you go, it's just like a bigger goober. Actually doesn't look that bad now that I'm looking back at it, but it still isn't quite what I want. So I realized the green is not like really the green that I want. Like it's kind of a murky yellow green. It's not a very Christmassy green. And then I was like, well, should the leading between the stained glass be silver or black? This was a very poor attempt at painting the black. Then we did a test with an actual vinyl. The top is black with silver sponged over so that the colors pop. But then it's a little bit hard to see. Some of the colors didn't quite go all the way to the edge, and we've got some silver edges. The bottom is just the colors over silver, and they're not jewelly enough. They're not giving me... I mean, it looks stained glass, but it's not what I wanted. And it was kind of a rude surprise to me that it was not what I wanted, because I thought that I knew exactly what was going on with this manicure. I thought that this one basically didn't need testing because I knew what I was doing. And now I'm questioning everything, basically, other than the stained glass inspiration. But I would like to just get some different... I think I could still go with the silver as the leading between the glass pieces, because I don't like the way either black one turned out. I mean, the black does help it pop out in some cases, but if I'm going to use of course, if I use, it depends on the polishes I use. These obviously would not stand up against black, and with the silver also, it ended up messy. But if I use colors that are opaque enough, I can use a black base and not need to worry about a secondary color poking through, because I could just apply them directly. So I could go with black instead of silver. Thoughts. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. It's not a horrible thing. It's just, it doesn't look like the finale of the 12 Days of Christmas to me. About using the silver or about not using the silver? Well, using the silver with these, I definitely would want the silver. With whatever I decide to use, I'm not sure what I'm going to want to use. I wonder if I could reuse this vinyl again if it's still sticky. I bet I could. Let's make sure this is not fully stuck to the paper, actually. We can maybe reuse that again later. And we're almost just about dry here. Yeah, I thought about gunmetal also, because that would really be good. Like I said, really, I should do the gunmetal chrome, but I'm not going to, because we're already got a day where we already got 2 days where we're going to be messing around with pigments, with the gift wrap and with the ghost marble. I'm not going to keep calling it the ghost marble, because once the gold and silver are on it, it's not going to be ghostly anymore. But that's what it reminds me of right now. More like a sugared window in a gingerbread house. Yeah. So more testing on this, on the stained glass idea and colors and polishes and what direction are we actually going to continue going with this is going to be tomorrow evening when I get home for Grandma. I think I have the schedule timer optimistically set for 8. Last Friday, I don't think stream started until closer to 9 o'clock. So it all depends on how late I am at Grandma's house. I try not to put like a time limit on that. Like, well, gotta go, Grandma. Because, it's Grandma. Can't just ditch out on Grandma to go stream. Yeah, like a pewter gray sunburnt. Yeah, we'll, I'm not giving up on it, but it is, I'm 99% sure it is changing away from the color paints. This looks super dirty right now, so let's clear this off before we start. And my fingers are slippery with this tape right now, so let's not drop any polish. Let's try very, very hard not to drop any polish. At least, and I really like when you apply stripes like this, they kind of all go together when you do like this. As opposed to if I had striped them in the opposite direction. They if I did them in the opposite direction, they wouldn't, well, you can't really see. How about here? Gives the effect like when you hold your hand like this, that they're kind of almost dripping down your nails. At least in my head. Let's get this where you guys can see. All right, let's clear off the surface. Like so. Yes. Oh, did you not see it, Musical? Let me show you. We're calling it the Ghost Marble. So I was looking for white and off-white. Look at this. This went super. It dawned on me that I have many times while searching through my collection mistaken my boyfriend Scales walls for a white when really it's a very, very, very pale gray. And I think this is going to work really well. Tomorrow we're also going to test... I should maybe top these with Seche Vide if I really want to test that. Tracing them with the gel top coat and adding pigment on top. This would almost be a cool marble just on its own, but I mean, for what I'm intending it for, I'm just really pleased with how it turned out. Because it's so subtle, but it's just enough for me to be able to see what I'm going to be doing. I'm excited. In fact, I still might, even if we come up with stained glass that I'm happy with, those two ideas may switch places, the stained glass and the gift wrap, because chrome is very much a showstopper. And if that water marble actually turns out, that probably would be the crowning achievement of the 12 Days of Christmas as far as really doing something different. Because before, I mean, I've done a chrome water marble, but it was just straight chrome applied directly over a water marble. It wasn't like trying to mix chrome and regular colors and mix multiple kinds of chrome together. Yeah, this was this afternoon. It actually was only these two. And we did these tests for the chrome. So we tested 2 golds and 3 silvers. And yeah, there we go. You can kind of see how the middle 2 silvers are less mirror, less chrome than this third silver. We're going to be using this silver and this gold. The nail art is going to be a striped wrapping paper. And then the off-white with white as the background. And then the off-white of this marble, we're going to be tracing with gel top coat. And doing with those two chromes. Most of this afternoon's testing was the stained glass stuff that I was just showing you guys. We did some of that. Oh, we did... What else did we do? We didn't do a peel because we just did that. I feel like we did one other thing. I mean, it took us a while pulling polish. It took us a while cleaning out that purple bottle. Wait, a birthday party your friend is throwing for you. Cool. So, sometimes that's a kind of unique frustration, Sunburned. Because it's not a bad thing, except that it's like kind of bogarting the plan that you had in place. But it really is like when you're planning to do nail art and you just fall in love with your base color. I would say you could wear it plain for a day and then you could do something on top. If you have time for that. 3 parts short and 2 cards short. Oh my god, parts, that sounds like your cards were like assembled things, which sounds so complicated, Amethyst. But I'm glad it sounds like most that doesn't sound like too huge of a oops. So I'm glad you got them done. Like a brocade, yeah, kind of like a brocade fabric, yo. Yeah, darn work. Yeah, it's a balance between like picking a time when I hope people can make it and picking a time when I have time to do it. Although the evening streams have been working out pretty good too, but I know these are too late for a lot of people, so I don't know. Keep moving stuff around and experimenting and trying to, for sure, keeping the weekend streams, because those seem to... I know those don't work for everybody. Nothing's going to work for everybody, but I feel like the weekend streams are pretty good time-wise for the majority of people, and the weekday stuff is just going to be a kind of a work in progress still. So, now of course, just like we tried to make the left hand consistent with, admittedly mixed results, we don't want the right hand looking like the totally crazy cousin, so we want to continue our efforts at consistency here. And of course, that starts with consistent drips. The difference between 10 small drips and 10 large drips could change your whole water marble. Really. Okay. Small, tight stripes. And I'm quite pleased that at least so far, knock on wood, these are looking like stripes and not like chevrons. Because it's a very delicate balance to get them looking more parallel. And it depends where you dip too. Like some places in the design, the triangleness of it is more obvious than others. This one I feel like is a little more chevron-y than the others. And then we get here again to the end where it's a little bit more sparse. How much do I like this? I think we can go... Where? No, not like that. We want to go at this angle. Right? Wait a minute. Like this. Trying to avoid the super dense section right in the middle. So let's go like that. Oops, not sure how much of that you guys could see. Sorry. I was really trying to be careful while I was recording the tutorial. I feel like I have made a couple small improvements every time we've done water marbles this series. In showing them. And showing the dip better. That's pretty good. See, those look a little chevronier than stripey. Do you guys see what I mean? I feel like that's one of the things I'm always saying. Do you see what I mean? Am I crazy? Can you see that? But probably be easier to see after I take off the protection too. Go on. Get off my tweezer. Off my tweezer. I think I've gotten better. I've only had one where the latex didn't want to come off with the tape. So, where am I here? See what I mean there? See how you can see distinctive silver triangles? Whereas on this one, well, on the middle finger, you can see some triangles, but like on the index finger, there's silver stripes the whole way across the nail, and the same thing on the ring finger here. We have some triangles here, but the other ones are all... That's kind of the visual cue that really triggers stripes versus chevrons. And I feel like if I'd gone... Like the corner of that silver triangle is right at the edge of the nail. If I'd gone just a little bit to the side, that might not have looked quite like that. But stripes are tricky. Stripes are trickier than you think. Yeah, my work is hanging out with you guys. You love your job. That's really good. I think that's more important than people realize or that people want to admit. Like if you are super stressed out every day at your job or even just super unhappy, I don't think that's a good look, as they say. Cool. I'm glad you guys have enjoyed them, even the ones that maybe even just if you can pop in for a little bit. I mean, I know that feeling too, because a lot of times when I'm getting ready to stream, I'll maybe pop a stream open just to lurk in, just to have a little bit of background company while I'm getting the camera and everything set up. And The VODs are there until they're not there, like we were discussing earlier, but they're always backed up on YouTube, and maybe a highlight or two here or there. We've had some good highlights lately. Got a really good one of Bean purring that I think Ninja clipped that I quite liked. And of course the best Mod War clips. That will be an ongoing war until the end of time. All right. Stretch up. Stretch down. Skinny, skinny. And as I draw in, like, just, like, watch, whoa, excuse me for knocking the ring light, but, like, watch how the polish reacts. Like, if you just draw straight across, you get this big old triangle right here. If you draw across and then down toward the next one at the end, you get more of this stripe instead of a triangle. So like I said, instead of just drawing straight across, it's like across and down. And it really stretches out the design. And aside from the fact that the one nail does look, whoa, again, sorry, triangly rather than stripy. Oh, I don't like this one. This might be the dip for the thumb, because I don't like how this turned out. No. Okay. So I want this going toward the inside. So let's go here. Sorry, I was just going to say my hand is probably perfectly blocking the webcam right now. There we go. And this one, see, this one has some that are stripes, and then over here we got one little part that's like a triangle. But there are more stripes, so the eye picks up more stripe than chevron. Oops. Okay, that's fine. Come on here. Oh. There we go. Yep. There we go. I feel like we have had a couple struggle water marbles. I will say, you know, I thought that poinsettia was a struggle when we were doing it. When I was editing it with just the distance of a couple days, I liked it so much better. Especially after the struggle that we had with the icicle. Maybe. It's like, oh, you actually were a great manicure. Oh. I just dinged it picking up the orange stick. You can't even see it. I'm not going to mess with it. I know it's there and it irritates me, but I'm not going to mess with it. Because I feel like messing with it would be counterproductive. I should have been using my little Bliss Kiss lips. Or picking it up with my knuckles. Like when my fingers are wet, sometimes I'll like... Is it like... You know what I mean? Like with my nails curled up and like grab stuff with my knuckles. Am I the only one who does that? I bet I'm not. I'm not weird. Not weird in that way. I'm weird in other ways. Oh. Love seeing your students make progress and your coworkers are all awesome. Aw, that's awesome. A team working hard to communicate better. See, if I had a team like that at my last job, I might still be there, honestly. At that job, it felt like, not necessarily like people were working against you, but like people wouldn't lift a finger to work with you. Post a part of it upside down. We'll just have to turn our heads. You just tried to do it and couldn't. Maybe I don't know. All right, we got one more cup here. We just cleaned it up, so we should be able to get a really nice one. And all of them so far, even the couple that were a little struggly, were really good. I really liked the snowy water marble, but this one is coming up a tough contender. I mean, so far into the series, the snowy water marble was definitely leading first place till this one. Get one more nice fat drop here. There we go. Oop. Up, down, skinny, skinny. Try to get a nice, really nice, lots of real estate design. Because the more like good area design you have, the more chance you have of getting your fingers in a good spot, even if you maybe don't get them exactly where you think you were aiming. I mean, that even still happens to me. One of the reasons, like I hope I mentioned, that I decided to put these at an angle at almost the last minute was so that it wouldn't be as obvious if I got them in there crooked. Oh, I don't like that. That's okay, I saved it. It's all good, this is fine. This is fine. I think that side's a little bit weird. Okay, we want... Uh-oh. I just realized I have these pointed in the opposite direction of how I wanted them pointed. I dipped the thumb in the right direction, but I didn't dip... God damn it! Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We just need to also dip these in the wrong direction now then. So that they... Wait, how do I want this? Like that? Like that. We're gonna go in. We might end up with the same kind of situation here, you guys. Okay, just do it. I don't know about that dip. Oh my god, I don't know about that dip. Seeing that I made a mistake made me panic. Okay, they're okay. What happened was I intended to mirror the hands, and I didn't. We got another heavy middle finger and light index. Oh. See? They're all going the same direction. I mean, it's fine. It's so minor. But it was a mistake. I don't know if it's a happy accident. It's not. It wasn't what I... It's not... I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's not. It's 100% not. I don't want to act like I'm like... I'm just irritated with myself because I really thought I was taking my time and being careful and I did it wrong. But at least I didn't dip these the right way and then notice that the other ones were dipped the wrong way. Yeah, the middle nail is more green, so they match that way. You guys know what I mean, though. Usually, my nails are to be symmetrical. This is fine. I'm kind of tempted to, but it also looks fine. So let's see. Can you guys there? You can't really see the color, but you can kind of see how the stripes are. This is the left hand, which is correct. Horrible lighting. I'm sorry. And then this is the right hand, which is wrong. Can I get in here like... Okay, how about like this? Let's zoom this out and I can do it. So you can, just to show you guys. Okay, so like on this hand, this is the right correct hand, which is the left hand. This is the right hand, which is the incorrect hand. Like I don't, even though the thumbs are not, the thumbs are mirrored, I don't feel like either thumb looks wrong. So no, I'm not gonna redo the thumb. Just because you're picky. No, if at any other time, the thumb would be redone. And any other time of year, the thumb would for sure be redone. But knowing that this is only lasting until Saturday afternoon, and knowing that I've still got a lot ahead of me, and knowing that I've got editing to do tonight after stream is over, oh yes. After stream is not end of the day. We've still got to edit the so disappointing icicle water marble. Like, I'm not even looking forward to editing that. It's going to be so irritating. So irritating. And the pictures, I've already looked at the pictures. I hate the pictures. The pictures are even worse than reciprocal gradient. You can't see the water marble. But it's pretty. It's hollow. It's real sparkly. It's blue. I'm sure it'll be somebody's favorite, but it is not my favorite. Let me close these before I spill them. Yeah, well, when I did the first one, I actually wasn't sure which direction I wanted them to face. It's so weird though. Diagonal stripe water marble. This is not the first time this has happened, where I think for sure I've got it figured out. Oh yeah, just dip it that direction. And it's interesting, on both hands, the pinkies came out not at as much of an angle. This one is almost horizontal. This one is almost vertical. Pinkies are goofy, and all the other ones are at an almost identical angle. Well, this middle finger's a little bit off too. They've all got personality. I like it. I mean, I love it. This may be my favorite water marble of the series. Nah, I don't know if it beats out the snowy water marble. That one was pretty bomb. And everything was facing the direction it was supposed to face, which is bonus. So let's finish this cleanup here. Oh, I'm starting to all of a sudden get really tired. And I don't think I have... What time is it? No, it's 11. I do not have time to take a nap tonight before editing. I just need to really be careful. Editing when I'm sleepy can be dangerous. I've made some foolish mistakes editing while sleepy. But hopefully this should be okay. It's one of those things too, it really helps to have a habit and a routine and an order that you normally do everything in, and then just try to stick to that order, and it makes it a lot less likely that you're going to forget something. Okay. The Slytherin colors. Yeah. Yeah, actually they are really Slytherin colors. Which reminds me, I still got to get to the theater and see Fantastic Beasts. Maybe once 12 Days of Christmas is over. Or at least once it's all recorded. Of course, then, directly as soon as 12 Days of Christmas is over, it's like time for cookie day. I got to be baking. There's going to be so much baking going on. And I probably will, have a couple days off stream, but it's not like... because we're going to be wrapping this up so early, relatively speaking, these will not be my last Christmas designs. I do have a couple other ideas of what might be my actual Christmas manicure. We'll have to see. I'll probably do my actual Christmas manicure maybe the Saturday before Christmas. Because we'll be wrapping up recording 12 Days of Christmas next Tuesday. And then I'll have a couple days to edit. And then I think the last one goes up on YouTube next Thursday or Friday. So I'll still need an upload for the Sunday before Christmas. Of course, that could be the compilation video if I don't get a Christmas manicure done. if I get a Christmas manicure done, it could be that, and then I could save the compilation video for maybe Christmas Eve or something. I suppose I could hoard it until next year. I've done that before also, but if I have time to get it finished edited, that would maybe be nice to get it up prior to Christmas. It's always really, really satisfying to see them all together in a compilation. I took an Advil PM over 3 hours ago. Oh no. Oh, you did. They can put something on it to make it acetone resistant. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, Sugar Cookie Day, which is when me and my mom are going to make all the sugar cookies for the frosting. We're going to take over Grandma's kitchen, but Grandma is not going to have to lift a finger this year. Is going to be the Wednesday before Christmas, and then actual Cookie Day. Oh, so that gives me one more video that I'll want to get up before Christmas, because I'll want to get the cookie decorating video up before Christmas. And that just reminds me, although I have decided, I mean, I'm not going to take big heavy boy here to Grandma's. My other new camera should work. I need to find my my standalone tripod for that to happen. Cool. And that's so cool that the other seller is willing to accommodate, and like, because it sounds like this is actually not usually something they top their stuff with, to accommodate your request and work with you like that. Points to you for good customer service, Etsy dude. So, what is that? What is that commercial? That sounds like that commercial. But I don't know what the commercial is. Oh, I don't want to clean up anymore. Do I need to? This looks okay, right? Let me do the undersides here. That's the thing that I should do. So, of course, sometimes you get some water marble under the nails. Just hit it up with a little Q-tip. Okay. You know what time it is. Sesh feet time. Napkin's kind of dirty. Do I have enough clean napkin over here to kind of... we'll go on this dirty one. It's the end of the manicure. We'll get a clean one for the intro and outro when I record that. That's the plan. Okay, let's just stop. My personal thing, like you said, you can't vouch for it till you have the product, but if they care about their customers, they're more likely to care about their product too. I mean, that's just my personal thing. Because with the other dude, like the more I thought about it and the more we're talking about it right now, it's like if you don't even care enough to like respond to me, are you this lackadaisical in your manufacturing, in how you're making products? Are you just lazy and cutting corners? You know, or are you putting forth your legit best effort? I want your best effort. If you can't communicate with me in your best effort, how do I know that you're creating with your best effort? Let's where'd the orange stick go? We're gonna do bubbles, you guys, before we do top coat. We're just gonna go in here and press the bubbles flat. Actually, I'm still recording, and I don't need to be, because you can't really see what I'm doing, because I'm not zoomed in close enough, because I didn't realize what I was doing. Alright, bubbles. And this is like I was saying, there's a bubble right here on the stripe. I'm pulling in the direction of the stripe. So as I press the bubble flat, it just goes right in line. If you were to be going in this direction, you would still end up pushing it flat, but you might end up with kind of like a little wiggle wobble in the stripe, because you press it flat, not in the direction of the design, if that makes sense. It's my secondary catchphrase there, if that makes sense. Actually, not too many bubbles with this one, which is also always a plus with water marbling, because bubbles are a pain in the butt. Okay, now top coat. I'll nudge you guys in a little closer. Finally, we'll be finishing off with a top coat, and as usual, I'm using Seche Vite. Alright, good old top coat, here we come. Oh, so good. Top coat is the best coat. Really make sure the silver shimmers through, and the spots where Merida is peeking through picks up a little bit more of the sparkle. It's kind of subtle in this. I was tempted to add 3 drops to that ring instead of 2 drops to try and bring it out a little bit more. And then I kind of decided to stick with what we had already tested, and I liked the way this looked, rather than just messing with it. And then those little hints of sparkle and hollow are even more like special when you do catch them. Because, I don't know, I feel like this just looks very Christmassy the way it is. I felt like changing it might have been good, or changing it might have just been different, or changing it might have made it look less Christmassy. But changing it would be more work. And I'm trying not to cut corners, but I'm also trying not to make any extra corners. That sounds weird. I think you guys know what I mean, though. No extra corners, please. Yeah, overall, I think the left hand did get a stripier application, but this right hand is still looking mostly stripy, rather than mostly chevron-y. I mean, I tried to keep my technique consistent, but, you know, water marble gonna water marble. And that is that. There's that little, see that little smudge? Nobody's gonna know. Fuck! Okay, this is fine. I'm not mad at all. Not mad at all. Nope, not mad. I'm just tired. Of course, it fucking had to happen. We're just gonna polish surgery this as good as we can. I don't even know. I don't even know. Okay. It's not unfixable. I can't believe myself. Like, I gotta, like, hold my fingers steady for fucking 10 seconds to let Seche Vite do its thing. And I failed. I failed to do that. What you thinking there, Bane? Alright, so let's... How close are we? Let's get you guys in a little bit closer. God damn it. I'm tired and I need to start editing, and I can't believe I just did that. Alright, so there you guys can see there's the damage. So we're gonna start with the lightest green. And we're not trying to make things identical, we're just trying to make things flow. Oh, after midnight. All right, yo, have a good night. No, we're gonna fix this. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be a quick fix. So we're gonna get a little bit of green right here, lightest green. A little bit of green right here, lightest green. That's enough. I don't think I'm gonna mess around with Merida at all. Actually, we're gonna go to the darker green. And we're going to do a little bit of that on either side of the lighter green. So right there and right here, like that. And then on both sides of this one, like that. And like that. A little bit more there. Okay. See how we're doing here? We're not matching the water marble. We're just following the water marble. And then we're going to fill in the rest of the space with Trixie. So, and this is left-handed, of course, which makes it a little bit more difficult, but it's fine. So, in between these dark greens with the silver, and then in between, next to right here, and we're gonna call that repaired. See how that works, guys? That's fine. You don't have to get mad. I mean, you could be. I'm irritated. I'm not gonna lie. I'm irritated with myself. That wasn't anybody else's fault. That was completely preventable. It wasn't like the polishes weren't cooperating. That was 100% Colette clumsiness. So that, yes, that's saved. And I'm not going to try and top coat it too quickly. We're going to let this sit here and dry for a minute. And we're just going to take a deep breath. Everything is fine. That was infuriating, but it was fine. And I'm going to find somewhere to send you guys. I'm going to edit, and I'm going to try to get to bed before 5 a.m. That is tonight's overall goal. And I think I have an idea of somebody who might be streaming. Let's see if my idea is right. Let's see. Nope. Darn, I thought maybe Dr. Crotron had gotten so quiet because he had gone and snuck off and started a stream. But unless my following page is lying to me, there is no Dr. Crotron stream. I don't think I've ever raided him except for maybe one time because he gets sneaky and doesn't start until after I'm done. Maybe he's getting prepared and that's exactly what he's gonna do. Where am I gonna send you guys? I guess I'll send you guys over. I don't know what's going on in this game, but he's an entertaining streamer. And be good to have on in the background, I think. I'm going to now you can go to bed. Good night, yo. Yeah, the nail has been saved, and really, I mean, honestly, I've already cooled down a lot. That's a great polish surgery right there. That is a great save. Yeah. See you guys hopefully tomorrow. Late night stream tomorrow. Well, late night, depending on where you are, but there's 90% chance that there will be stream tonight. Tomorrow night. Tonight. We already did tonight. I'm going to raid you guys over to our friend X Creations. He's playing Persona 5, which I've seen a little bit of before. I don't know a ton about it, but he's a cool dude. And thank you guys all so much for hanging out with me through my spazziness, through my klutziness, all that stuff, through my mistakes of dipping, but really happy with how this turned out. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Okay.